Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well today. I decided to do a video on introverts so you know a little bit more about what an introvert is, and me specifically because I consider myself an introvert even though I hate labels. INFJs they're referred to as sometimes, intuitive introverts, empath introverts, all of the above. So sit back and get yourself a drink, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below. Please be respectful of each other. And thank you for coming to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of you. I think I'm almost at 500 subscribers now. Look for a video with a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'll probably do that in the next week or so. And thank you so much for the amazing support. Before I get into this video, please make sure you hit the like button on any of the videos that you enjoy on my channel. If you are already a subscriber and you want to be notified of my live feeds, which will be more pick a card live readings, please make sure you hit the notification bell and hit select of how frequently you want to be updated when I put new content on. And also, I just have to put a disclaimer out there. Anytime I do pick a card, I cannot and will not answer any live questions on the live feed. It's primarily just for the pick a card when people pick cards, and then a question at the end, a question card, not a question from the person. So I hope that that makes sense, and I will explain it in my next pick a card live feed. So I wanted to talk to you about introverts and a little bit about what we are and what we do. I'm sitting here with the dogs today, so if you hear pitter patter of feet, Wednesday keeps going back and forth trying to go to the window in the other room to bark at the squirrels. I put the blinds down. However, if I pause this for a minute, it's because I'm yelling at her to be quiet because she's obsessive about the squirrels and the cat across the street. She's a little rat terrier. She weighs about 14 pounds. Here she comes because she knows I'm talking about her. And she is extremely moody today with the squirrel keep coming to the window. And she's upset because my roommate's not here. Come on, Wednesday. So, I'm going to explain to you a definition of an introvert from my perspective and my experience in my life as an introvert, INFJ. We actually converse with you by calling and or texting. Making an effort with you. We text more than we do phone calls because phone calls are very uncomfortable. If we do, as an introvert or an INFJ, invite you into our space, it's because we trust you and we like our personal space. If we don't invite you, please don't be offended. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with us. This means we prefer your company over our own solitude if we do invite you into the space. But don't be offended if this isn't the case with an introvert, because I rarely ever invite anyone over my house because it is indeed my personal protected space. If an introvert actually accepts your invitation that you have given them and makes plans to go out in public with you, be understanding that introverts rarely go out unless they must. Don't go out of their way to leave their comfort zone. They never go out of their way to leave their comfort zone. So, if a person goes with you, like myself, to an event or something, please know that the reason why they're doing so is because they're in a good energy space and because they feel comfortable with you. Now, remember, an introvert remembers details about you, things that you are surprised that they remember. Introverts are similar to profilers and or detectives because I know for myself, I can remember things that others wouldn't necessarily remember about their friends. Remember very small details that mean the world to the person. Now, introverts don't shy away from personal topics. We're deep and reflective. Sensitive topics aren't off limits. Introverts like myself love a good conversation about deep, important topics which many other people shy away from because of the controversy of the subject. Like me, with the comfort of talking about death or suicide, or the dead in general. Okay? So a lot of people are very freaked out or think it's morbid that I'm so comfortable with death. But death is not something that I shy away from at all, because it's not something to be ashamed of. It's part of life, even though it's death. If you're lucky enough to be in a romantic relationship with an introvert, and I say lucky, they value your emotions and your time and your attention. It's not just romance in the beginning for the relationship, more romantic over time. Extroverts For extroverts versus introverts. Extroverts, the flame burns out in the beginning most of the time, and might fizzle throughout time. For introverts, it's more romantic over time and slowly grows into that. So it never gets dull, especially if it's two people that connect in that way. Bonding for an introvert is affection. It grows over time. It's slow at the opening of a relationship, whether friendship or romance, and they aren't always direct. The excitement then won't die out. It slowly grows. They keep your secrets and share theirs with you when they feel comfortable with you. They always keep in touch with you, whether it's a year apart, like if you don't hear from them once in a while. It's not that they're not thinking about you, but they always touch base. It's hard for them because they're mostly painfully shy and anxious. So sometimes it's awkward, or they're self-conscious, or they seek solitude and don't want you to think they were weird. I'm past that now. If you meet an introvert like myself, and like me, we stay in touch with you and you make an effort as well, that means we care about you. Introverts will show you things that they enjoy, that they feel are very private, but feel comfortable showing you. So if they do that with you, please know that you're a trusted friend. Like they're writing or some creative project they're working on. They're very loyal, and I'm going to say loyal to an extent of hurting themselves because they're protective. Many introverts like myself do not like conflict, but some of us don't mind it and often will speak up if they feel a friend or someone is being done wrong. That's like a huge part of my life. I'm one of those people that I don't have a filter anymore, and if I feel that someone's hurting someone that I truly feel is trying to change or doing the right thing, I will speak up. Introverts will go the extra mile. That means many have long distance relationships and they're very comfortable with that and they don't shy away from those. So just so you know, if you ever hear of it, don't be judgmental about it because a lot of times introverts are very comfortable with that. Introverts will give you feedback. If you ask for it, they're going to be 100% honest. And they give great advice. So I'm just going to let you know, if you ask an introvert for advice, be prepared for the answer because we don't sugarcoat anything. And introverts will step out of their comfort zone. They prefer not to jump in. They usually like to watch on the sideline, but they will step out of their comfort zone for you if they feel something is morally or wrong going on around you or them. I hope that makes sense. So basically, introverts are very loyal because they don't want people to get hurt, especially if someone is going through a tough situation, really trying to work on themselves. Now, if you have someone who comes to you and wants advice and never works with themselves and constantly is going through the same thing over and over again and wants to complain about the same thing over and over again, eventually an introvert like myself or an INFJ is going to cut you out of their life. I'm just letting you know this because we give people chances after chances after chances, and after a while, if we know that you're not going to change who you are, we distance ourselves because we can't lie. So we're honest. So if I have a friend, I'm just going to use this example, no names given, that's in a bad relationship and has been in the same relationship for plus, let's say 20 years like I was. If you accept that, how do I word this? If you accept that behavior from your other person and they accept that behavior from you and you constantly keep taking each other back, then you are not trying to change. So after a while, it grows old. It's kind of like the Chicken Little saying the sky is falling after a while. I love to use that reference because after a while, no one believes you. So what happens to someone who constantly does that in a relationship and constantly complains to their friends or family? Friends stop coming around because they're regurgitating the same thing over and over again. You're getting the sympathy because something happened between you and your relationship, but then 2 weeks later, you're back with the person. So if you like that kind of relationship and you accept that from your spouse, whoever they are, or person, other half, whatever, then you're in that relationship, then you chose to be in that relationship. And so don't feel that you're going to get any sympathy from me. And I'm not trying to be cruel, but introverts don't have time for that shit. If you're not willing to change, if you're not working through it, then we don't have time for it. And it's not that we're mean, it's that we're honest. It's the same when people want readings if they contact me. Sometimes they get I had a couple of readings where years ago where the person was like, well, that's kind of, what did she say, raw? I said, no, I didn't say it in a mean way. It's the truth, and the truth hurts a lot of people, especially people who are in denial. And there are so many people in the world that right now that are in denial about their lives. They only show you who they want to be. They don't show you who they truly are. So I hope that helps you in regards to introverts, INFJs, sensitives, whatever you want to call us. A little bit about us, not much, just a brief small video to tell you a little bit about things, major points that I feel that people should know about myself. I live in my house. I don't invite company over. I don't do readings in my house. I don't have people visit. The reason being is because this is my sacred space. This is my place where me and my dogs and my fish, this is where I live. I have a roommate, yes, and I have to manage that because he has different energy than me and a different personality than me, and that's an ongoing thing for me to balance, just like I balance my daily, weekly work, working around extroverts. I have to protect myself. I have to balance. I have to meditate. I have to make sure I eat right. I have to do all that. And then throw in all the readings that I do and different things that I'm, around that I can't control. I have to try to do that as well. So introverts are constantly in a struggle with the environment more than anything because we absorb everything like a sponge. So what I suggest to other introverts and other INFJs when they come to me for mentoring, which I'm considering doing a little like podcast maybe in the future, or empath / introvert maybe course of some sort. I'm not sure, because all these regurgitated courses that are out there where people are paying thousands of dollars for that aren't really helping you because they're not being honest with you. They're just telling you what you want to hear for the money you pay. Let's just be honest. That's the truth. Not all of them are like that, but majority are. And then people are like, why didn't it work for me? I'm still the same person. Because you didn't work on shit. You just paid somebody to fix you. That's not how the universe works. It's just not how the universe works. And I'm not saying this to anyone in particular. I'm really not. I'm just saying it in general. Because there are a lot of good teachers out there and courses out there that help people. But this manifesting, law of attraction, all this stuff, there's a lot of good people out there. But then there's also people that are selling people who aren't going to fix themselves. There are people out there that are spiritual narcissists. Let's just face it. I talked about this in my other video. I'm going to do a video in tune about spiritual narcissists. They're all over the place. And so, yeah, anyways. So I'm thinking about doing a little mentoring thing about that. If you're interested, comment below or let me know. If you have any subject matter that you want me to touch on my channel that you feel that I haven't touched on and you want to be anonymous, just email me. You can contact me at parlaydespirit@gmail.com. Also for private readings and the special readings that I have for June, discount price on a 3-card reading. It's an email reading. I also am offering a mini reading, email only at a discount, as well as a video reading, which is reasonably priced. So, and then of course my bigger reading, which is usually 45 minutes to an hour, which is a little more costly of a donation, but it's because I have to reach out to the other side when people contact me for spirit communication. So I hope this video has been informative to you. I wanted to do a little bit of different videos on some subjects that I felt that I needed to share with you, that I've had questions about in some of my live feeds and some of my astrology readings that I've done. People have emailed me about. Before I end this video, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the notification bell if you want to be included in notifications in regards to live feeds or new content. I will say before I leave the channel that I am considering and working on creating a Patreon account. If you are interested in that information, you want to know what kind of tiers I'm going to be offering, let me know by email. And if there's any subject matter that you want to learn on my channel when I do create it, because it's going to be for specific people who make a donation to my projects that I'm working on, let me know via email and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. I'm actually considering starting off some lower tiers where you get different types of free readings during the month for those who can't afford a full reading. So that's just an option for me. So let me know what you think, and I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.